Hey guys! Welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, I post these videos every Sunday to share some meal ideas with you and to hopefully give you some inspiration for the coming week. All of our meals are budget-friendly and delicious, so if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any future dinner ideas. This week I have 3 super easy and delicious dinners for you, as well as a 5-ingredient crock-pot dessert. For dinner number 1 this week, I made some super easy cheddar enchiladas. My plan for these was to use some cream of jalapeno soup from H-E-B that I used to use to make actual enchiladas, but they were out, so instead I have a can of jalapenos in adobo sauce and a can of white cheddar soup. We didn't notice until we opened the jalapenos, but for some reason they have carrots in them, and we won't be using those. I just took out about 5 or 6 jalapenos and finely chopped them, and I used 2 tablespoons of the sauce. Of course, to make this even easier, you could also just use any canned enchilada sauce you like. I ended up with about 2 tablespoons of chopped jalapenos, and to that I'm going to add in my can of white cheddar soup. To that, I also added about 1/4 cup of sour cream, about 1 cup of milk, and 1/4 cup of chicken broth. Then I just seasoned that to taste with some salt and pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. And here's what makes these cheddar enchiladas so easy. I'm just using some frozen chicken taquitos. I put a few tablespoons of my sauce on the bottom of my 9x13 baking dish, just so nothing sticks. Then I filled the pan as much as I could with 1 layer of taquitos. Then I added on a little bit of my cheese. You can use whatever kind you like. I have this asadero cheese from H-E-B. Then I poured on my sauce. topped my enchiladas off with the rest of my cheese, covered them in foil, and put them in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes was up, I removed the foil and cooked them for 10 minutes more. For the sides to go with this, I'm just making some refried beans with a little bit of chicken broth added and some spicy yellow rice. And for toppings, we have some sour cream and some onion and avocados. Adam bravely decided to try one of the carrots from the jalapeno can. We both cannot stand canned carrots. You're not puking.
I mean, still crunchy.
I hate canned carrot. I honestly wasn't sure what these were going to turn out like using taquitos, but they actually turned out really good. We just served them with some rice and beans and some guacamole. Did you mix all your stuff together? You already ate an enchilada, huh?
Yeah.
I'm almost done.
Daddy's got jalapenos and sour cream.
Done.
I almost forgot my onions.
Good.
The next night, Adam made spaghetti pie. If you've been here a while, you might have noticed that we almost never make spaghetti. I'm just not a huge fan. I think it comes from when I was pregnant with Garrett and tomato sauce made me sick. But Garrett had requested spaghetti on this night, and this might have changed my mind about it. He started by cooking our thin spaghetti noodles. Then he browned up a pound of ground beef, seasoned with some salt and pepper, onion powder, parsley and minced garlic, and some oregano and basil. Then he added in 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 can of tomato sauce. He basically made our marinara sauce with some meat in it. I'll leave that recipe down in the description box. When the noodles were cooked, he added in some butter and Parmesan cheese and tossed them around. He used a springform pan and sprayed it with some nonstick spray, then made a sort of pie crust out of our noodles that he had mixed with a beaten egg. Now once he started making this, I realized my friend Taylor has made something like this before. I'll link her video down below if you want to see the recipes she made. Once he had our noodle base done, he added in a layer of cottage cheese and some mozzarella. Next came the meat sauce, and he topped everything off with some Parmesan cheese. He just put this in the oven at 350 degrees until everything was heated through and the noodles were set. This took about 25 to 30 minutes. We served our spaghetti pie with a side salad and some garlic bread. This was so delicious, and the boys absolutely loved it. For the last dinner of the week, we made some chicken tortilla soup. I've probably shared this recipe a few times, but every time we make it, it's a little bit different, so I thought I'd share it again. We just split a chicken breast and seasoned it with some salt and pepper and seasoned salt, and cooked it in our grill pan with some butter. And for our other ingredients, we have some chicken broth, refried beans, some golden hominy, or you can use corn, some hot tomato sauce, you can use rotel, pinto beans, and Velveeta cheese. To our pot, I'm adding in the refried beans and half a carton of the chicken broth. I'm just going to get these heating up and mixed well. Then I just season those with some salt and pepper, garlic and onion powder, parsley, cumin, and cilantro. Next, I added in my can of pinto beans with the liquid, and my can of hominy, which I drained. Then I just added half the can of hot tomato sauce. Once that comes up to a boil, we'll add in our chopped cooked chicken and some Velveeta cheese. Then we just let this simmer until the cheese is all melted. You can top this off with whatever you like to put on tacos. For me, I always use some crushed tortilla chips, some sour cream, shredded cheese, some avocado with lemon juice, some diced onion, chopped tomatoes, cilantro, and of course some hot sauce. This soup is so easy and turns out delicious every time. And here's my bonus dessert for the week. I made a 5-ingredient crock-pot apple crumble. I had a whole bunch of apples that I needed to use up quickly, and my original plan was to make some homemade applesauce, but halfway through cooking I changed my mind, and here's what I did. I peeled and chopped about 3 pounds of apples. I had mostly Granny Smith, but I also had a few Gala thrown in. I just threw those in my crock pot and added in half a cup of sugar, half a cup of water, and some cinnamon. And since I thought I was making applesauce at this point, I gave it a good stir and set it to high for 4 hours. But 2 hours later, I realized I had a box of yellow cake mix in the pantry, and I had an idea. I just mixed that box of cake mix with 1 stick of melted butter. Then I added that on top of my apple mixture and let it cook on high for 2 more hours. And that was it, you guys. A super easy and delicious apple crumble with just 5 ingredients. This turned out so amazing. Adam doesn't even like anything with cooked fruit in it usually, and he ate 2 bowls of this. We all thought it was perfect, and we just served it with some vanilla ice cream. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, we would love for you to join our YouTube family. So hit that subscribe button down below and turn on notifications. I post What's for Dinner videos every Sunday.